Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? It's not Monday, but it's Friday, and it's time for a giveaway. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Okay, I'm going to have the mic a little bit away from me today, just so I can. I like to lean in when I'm wearing my cowboy hat. So, how y'all doing today? Let's do a roll call, and then we'll get into what in the world we got going on today. So, first of all, what's up, Chris? Chris is a new YouTube member. Actually, got a couple members in here today. So yeah, if you want to be a YouTube member, be a YouTube member. I welcome you to it. So what's up, Chris? Plus, you get to use one thing when I started the YouTube membership, not too long ago, actually. I said, you know what? I want to do a lot more lives. I'll open it up when I start doing a lot more lives because you get access to all the new cool emojis and everything. So I wanted to make sure I was doing a bunch of lives before I started that going on. So what's up, Chris? We got Josh. Josh, what's going on to you, my friend? What's going on to you? See here, we got. Let me scroll on down. Got Steve. I do love Steve's use of emojis. Steve is hard at work doing pixel lights right now. We do have a pixel light question from our Discord that we're going to ask you guys here today. What up, Rob? What's going on to you? Chris is or Rob said, "Hey," and then Chris is there with their emojis. Hello, fellow decorators, Monty, new Patreon member, Monty. We'll talk about that here in just a second. I'll see here. Hello, I've been a member of COC for a long time, but this is my first time on YouTube. Yes, Chris is a long time Patreon. Long time Patreon. What's up, Chris? BB's in the house, BB. One of two BBs. I didn't see the other BB in here yet today. And then Alan says, what's up, Chuck? Just joined Patreon. Alan 3776, aka Sean, I believe. Got you in there. We'll go through that here in a second. And then Crepe is in here, another member, another YouTube member. What's up? Boom. Heck yeah. Let's see here. Braden, what's up, Braden? We're talking a little Braden today. Braden's got a ton of entries today. I'll be amazed if Braden actually doesn't win something. Chad's here. What's up, Chad? Speaking of winners, and pardon me for a second, folks. It's still summer, and I just realized I went upstairs to shave, and I didn't shave yet. I own a slushy machine, and it's Friday, and it's 102 degrees, probably outside. Actually, how hot is it outside right now? I know the heat index. Well, it says it's 85. 94 heat index. Still time for an adult beverage on a Friday. There's somewhere in there, there's a theme. Maybe if I just have these on Fridays all the time, I can just start drinking slushies in the middle of the day. Let's see here. What's the difference between Patreon and YouTube membership? Great question. Patreon membership, you get it for, if you're asking about what you get first access to discount codes, which I have a ton of. And when I have more time. We're going to talk about how the free time I have right now. I have access to literally, not exaggerating, thousands. Well, I won't exaggerate, hundreds, probably actually 1,000 discount codes on Amazon products. It just takes forever to go through there. But yeah, so you get discounts. YouTube membership, pretty much you get use of emojis is how I figure it out. I'm not a YouTube member of any other channels. So because I don't watch a lot of lives, and I believe YouTube memberships, I think, and correct me if you guys know better than I do, and you probably do. I think it's just for emojis and to help support the show, really. But the Patreon is kind of what we do our most of. My name is on the list behind you. Yes, it is. It's right. Nope, right there. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Ben, you might need some lights on that. Yeah, this is my summer hat. I got what I got. I got two gray Stetsons. I got a black Justin, and I got this, and I got a hankering to get me a new Justin Aldean hat. He's got a new line of hats. Got a hankering for that. Yep, that's right. I'm wearing a cowboy hat, and I said hankering. That's right. Let's see here. Oh, old Swifty, Laura's in here in an airport, but on. Good for you. Where are you flying to? Laura, or maybe you're not flying. Maybe you're just hanging out in the airport like, I have absolutely nothing to do today. And I heard Taylor Swift might be flying through the Chicago International O'Hare Airport. I'm going to go hang out in Chicago's airport, see if I can see Taylor Swift. Because old Swifty, for those that don't know, Laura is a huge Taylor Swift fan. Steve, yep. Hey, everyone. Oh, Pepsi's here. What's up? Hello, all. Oh, what? I don't know. I do not know this person. I love it when new people come on, or new people to me. Not everybody's new. Some people watch and just don't comment. But I'm going to pronounce it. Invita, is that correct? We'll say it's correct for now. Scott Dries. Scott Dries is here. Did not know you were doing a live. I just randomly got on. Very cool. Yeah, I was going to do a Monday. We'll talk about why I didn't do a Monday here in a second. And then Jay, what's up, Jay? Love the use of emojis. I'm an emoji guy. Working on my way home for the weekend. Very cool. Very cool. Hey, what's up, Dylan? Hailing in from South Africa. What's up? So why did I not do a live? Well, actually, let's talk about what we're going to do today for the giveaway. We'll get that out of the way real quick. So Christmas July Extravaganza has come and gone. And last Monday, not this week's Monday, but last week on Monday, we did the $400 giveaway. And yeah, had a $400 giveaway. It was awesome. And Chad, let me know if you've gotten all your prizes. Dylan, you won, but you weren't able to get the prize. A lot of you folks won a ton of stuff during the Christmas and July Extravaganza. We had one South African and one Canadian win. I think those are the only two out of states, just Amazon gift cards. I believe Charlie and Dylan were the two winners from overseas. And is Canada overseas? There's really no C in between us. So I'm going to say not overseas. I'm just going to say international. But yeah, so I've been doing a huge project. And if I was smart enough, I would have loaded it. You know what? I'll load it on to this coming Mondays. We're going to do another giveaway this Monday. But I'll load it on there so you guys can see it. But I've been doing this huge project for Nova Stella. A lot of you folks know that companies will get a hold of me and hire me to do their Amazon product pages. So when you're scrolling on Amazon, some of what you see is actually my work. Sometimes I'll put my face on there, but most of the time I just do product videos. Nova Stella hired me, the biggest job I've ever done, and that's just taken a ton of time. I've gotten 75 hours just in that one project. But yeah, I'm done with that, which is awesome. So now I get all sorts of free time. But that's why I couldn't do it live this last Monday, because I had it. The deadline was really Monday, and I had to it was this week. So I had to just cram through that. So that's why I didn't do it live. So today's live is celebrating our Patreons. Our Patreon member, the link's in the video's description below. So the way it's going to work, and I'll show you real quick. Dylan, I'm going to take you off right quick. So I'll show you real quick what I got going on. Let me share my screen, and I'll show you that what's going on. So this is the wheel that I'll be spinning here later. You can see the little Patreon symbol there in the middle, and all y'all names are on there. Sean, you're in there, and Monty, you're in there. And actually, Monty, I gotta admit, I'm just so used to talking to you. I actually thought you were a Patreon member. I'm like, new Patreon member, Monty Small. I'm like, Monty's been a Patreon family member for years. And I got to look and I'm like, oh my God, no, he hasn't. For whatever reason, I just consider you to be family, Monty, because we talk all the time. So yeah, I was like, how did I get that wrong? So anyway, then Sean, I got you on there as well. So you'll see here, the way it works is if you are a $3 a month supporter, you get one entry. If you're a $5, 2 entries. If you're a $10, 3 entries. And if you're a legend, you get 4. And the legend is a $25 a month supporter. And that's only 2 people. That's Braden and that is Stacy, old Swifty. Laura, who's watching us from the airport today. I said Stacy. I meant Laura. Sorry, Laura. Old Swifty, and I guess I was concentrating on the S. So if you're, and Laura kind of did hers a little bit differently. She came on in January and said, hey, I'm going to pay a year in advance. Here's the song I want you to do. Then I'm going to immediately back down to a $3 a month support. So that's why Laura has 4 entries, but she looks like she's just a $3 a month supporter. Not $3, not just, but a $3 a month supporter. And then Braden, who is also a Christmas legend, also has 4 entries in here. So that's what the entries. In total, we have, I think it's 55 entries right now. So here about midway through the show, so about 1:30, I'm sorry, about 2:30, I'll do the giveaway, and then we'll continue to chat after that. Let me stop that and get back to looking at you folks. Boom. So that's what we're got going on. Now, what am I going to give away? Well, I'm going to give away. What am I going to give away? That's a great question. I'm glad I asked that. I'm going to give this away. Boom. A Nova Stella 2-pack of smart floodlights. You can, if you have Alexa, if you have, what's the other one? A Google Assistant. You could talk to your Alexa, talk to your Google Assistant, and these will turn on. Pretty cool. I enjoy the heck out of them, and I have floodlights everywhere, and I'm always updating my floodlights because I get a lot of floodlights. What else am I going to do? I'm going to do the Hot Moon, the Omni, the Smart Machine. So we're doing one of the 2 packs of that. We're doing one of these, and you'll get the black color. This is the white color, but it's a smart sound machine. So like Laura, who's traveling right now, if you need a fan or something that you fall asleep to every night, you'll have it. this could simulate it for it. Plus, it's smart. It's a DIY feature. So if you want to hear rain plus somebody walking on snow and a waterfall, you can combine all three. And then I'm going to give away the permanent outdoor lights by Stellar. And you're probably saying, well, what do those actually look like in real time? Well, our good friend Monty Small has solved that problem by giving us this. This is Monty. You know what? And I'll say, looking at the shirt, doesn't he have great taste in shirts right there? So we're wearing the same shirt, but a different hat. So he won the Stellar permanent outdoor lights, and there they are right there. So kind of give you an example. He's doing a ton of prepping right now for a certain something. And if you're interested, this is a combination of Hurricane and Painkiller, which are both big on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. So I'll be giving those away. And so if you want to join Patreon real quick, and we'll get you entered. And this is going to be a permanent edition. So what I'm going to do from now on, the giveaways every Monday I'm available, which is most Mondays. I'm going to do a live and some stuff we got coming up for a giveaway. We're going to be giving away this luminescent light meter. So if you have an HOA, if you live in an HOA and you're like, I can't decorate because they say I'm limited to how bright things can be, this will solve your problems for you by giving you exact proof about how bright your show actually is. Or if you're just, if you're in an industry where you need to know how bright something is, it's about, I think this is $89. We'll call it $90. And then these are kind of neat. I'm getting ready to come out a review of these, but these are a Bluetooth dancing flame speaker. So the light will actually dance and give the illusion that it's like a tiki torch type of thing, and it's a Bluetooth speaker. So I'll be giving these away, and then, then of course, these I got one more set of these I can give away. And the way all that's going to work is to pay for shipping and handling. Every Monday, $2 super chats will get you entered. So we did $5 last Monday, but that was really because we're doing a $400 prize package. So maybe $3 depending upon how heavy something is, but $2 super chat, and that will get you entered into every Monday's giveaway. And then the last giveaway of every month was Patreon only. So kind of neat. Found it. Likewise. Am I on the wheel? Are you on the wheel, Chris? Let me double check. I know you are. But you know what, Chris? You probably want to see your name, as does probably everybody in here. So let's just go back to sharing that real quick. Did I close that window? I did not. Let me go back here so you guys can see. Share screen again. And I'm going to share. So we got Alex, Connie, Laura, John, Melanie, Greg, Bob, Darren, Laura, Chris, Bob, Laura, Braden, Kirk, Michael, Chris, J, Tom, Josh, Bill Parrish, Stacy, John, Laura, Greg, Bill Parrish, Josh, Bob, Connie, Ben S, Haley, Kirk, Glenn, Braden, Scott, Frank, John, Melanie, Braden, Stacy, Connie, Monty, S, Tom, Scott, Darren, Rob, Ben, Scott, Road Deeps, which stands for Road Dog, Tom, Braden, and then there you are. There you are right there, Chris. Chris M. Boom. So yes, Chris, where's your name at? If you're curious, where's my name at? That's Kirk. I'm looking for the K. Where are you? You are. Well, I don't see your name on the wheel, but I see your name listed. Oh, there you are. You're top left. So yeah, you're top left on the. Yep, you're a dark red. So yep, you're on there. So that's what we're doing today. So that's kind of let me stop sharing and get back to the other thing. There we go. I don't think I'm sharing anymore. Boom. All right. Oops. What's up, Rebecca? What's up, Rebecca? Lori here. Lori. What's up, Lori? Robert, Lori, Akers, Lori here. What's up? Love the lights, Charlie. Live the lights. You know, there's a t-shirt in there somewhere. If my wife asks, it's because I won the lights in the Christmas in July. Heck yeah. I'll see here. So yeah, if you want to join Patreon real quick, you can, and there's tiers and you get different things with different tiers. But honestly, if you don't see what you want to do, you can do like $1 show. You can do $1 a month. You can create your own thing. If you want, you can do $1 million per episode. Oh, my dog's barking. That means the lawn guys are here. So yeah, so that's kind of give away. So what else we got going on? School started. So right before I'm going live, I'm like, I always do lives at 2. There's a reason why I was going to do a live at 1 o'clock today, but I don't remember. I'm like, oh, yeah. I forgot. School started, and my kids will be here at 3. It's the first Friday after the first week of school. They'll be loud and rowdy, I reckon. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I was going to do a live earlier today, but I like 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock's kind of my thing. What's Pepsi saying? Charlie, got the Ferris wheel in a mall, confirmed. Not bad for an amateur. 5 meter wheel, 6 weeks. Did it, Charlie? I appreciate you, Pepsi. For those that don't know, he is a Ferris wheel aficionado, I will say. So very cool. At work. Lori's at work today. This is my Facebook. Yeah, we're multitasking. Yes, I will say we are, in fact, multitasking on both Facebook and on YouTube right now. So yeah, school started. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stay with 2 o'clocks. Got a question from you for our Discord channel. I want to make sure I ask because I told him I would. So for those of you that do light-o-rama for sequencing, here's the question that was asked on Discord. He was naming his channels and thought each channel had 12, and he entered 72. Now he doesn't have enough channels to finish what he started, and he spent a half an hour naming everything. Is there a way that he can add more channels in light-o-rama sequencer? So any of you light-o-rama sequencers that know how to quickly change channels, the name of channels, let us know down in the comments. So Fullboy will know that he is on our Discord. And I invite you to join our Discord. The closer we get to go time, really the closer we get to October, the more active the channel gets. And this is our first full year of having Discord. And I created the Discord channel, and I am admittedly so Discord ignorant. I know how to chat on there by typing like text messages, right? I know how to do that. Everything else, like bots, completely ignorant to Discord. So if you're someone who knows Discord in and out, let me know and I'll make you a moderator on there so you can maybe behind the scenes do a bunch of cool stuff for us. I don't know. Yeah, got the 2 new Patreon members. I talked about Chris. Chris also joined YouTube members. Awesome. Oh, and I got hacked. Guys. You believe that? You hear about it. I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen it in movies. I have never legit been hacked. So, and I invite you to not check this out. As an example, my mother-in-law, who shall remain nameless as my mother-in-law, was sent a phishing email. And she in turn, and if you're watching, I love you. I love you, CJ. I love you. But my brother-in-law, Rob, had a funny comment to it. And CJ says, hey, family, because we have a family chat and a family email chain. She emails this phishing email to everybody. Hey, look, phishing email. I got my first phishing email. And Rob says, hey, Mom, maybe don't send out the phishing email to everybody as a clickable link. So anyway, so kind of like the same thing. So my other show, which you can kind of see what I do on my other show in the background here. I got a thing from YouTube saying, hey, we took down your video of, I did a review. Gina and I did a review on Oregon Spirit Whiskey. Like, hey, we took this down because it's a spamming content. You talking about spamming content? I said, yep, multicasting.com is a spamming website. Like, that's my merch site. That's where you buy t-shirts at. So whatever, YouTube, multicasting.com. Oh my God, where'd my website go? Website's completely gone, and it's something else. My phone will even block it. So I have no idea what it is. Please don't check it out. Or if you want to check it out, I wouldn't, but yeah, go ahead. But yeah, I'm like, what in the world? So I had to get a hold of YouTube yesterday and say, please, concert, don't remove my YouTube channel from me. So I had to tell them, hey, I got hacked. So yeah. There's a lot of people on Facebook also that you can help. Need more controllers. Yeah. If nobody knows the answer in here, you should just call the company. Oh, look at you, Rob. That's a great answer. So have you guys ever been hacked? Anybody here ever been hacked? I'm just going to abandon the site because I'm in the process of switching things over to a different thing. But yeah, I'm just going to abandon it. But you need to get a hold of GoDaddy and say, hey, you did not protect my URL like you should have. Had a lot of good comments about the shark video last week. So those that saw that, of us being on the beach in Florida, I guess 3 weeks ago now, 2 weeks ago now, and seeing that 9-foot shadow swimming 10 feet off of the shoreline. That was interesting. So we got a lot of comment about that. So let's see here. Upcoming video ideas. So this month, what I'm doing for videos. I'm glad you asked me that. So this light reader will be something we have an upcoming video about. I think this will help out HOAs. I think this will help out people who are curious about, maybe you're in a new neighborhood and you just moved in. This is your first show, or just if it's your first show, and you want to make sure you don't make your neighbors mad. You want to make sure you're already armed with a knowledge of how scientifically of how bright your light show is. I think this is going to be the trick, and we'll be doing this as a giveaway. But this in September will be one video we'll come out with. We'll probably do 2 videos on this year. One just because as an introduction to this product, and I'm not affiliated or anything. I don't get no money from it. Just I think it's a useful product to us. If I ever get paid by anybody, which I don't, but if I ever do, I'll make sure I let you guys know as a disclaimer. But yeah, so and then when the light shows up and running, I'll have a video about with the light show and this to show you guys that in action. And then what else am I doing? Oh my God, do I have a video to tell you guys about? 2 videos as I hit myself in the head. Oh my goodness. So you guys all know my favorite light that I own is my Nova Stella my Nova Stella color washing strip lights. They just came out with a new controller that I do not have to take down my lights. I can leave my lights up, put a new controller up that works universally with the rest of the products, all on the same app, rather than having to use a different app, and it upgrades it. Oh my goodness. Upgrades it. It's a $25 upgrade, which is awesome because instead of buying the lights for $200 to get the new controller, they just say, hey, we're going to offer this separately. It's $25. Plug it in, turn it on, and you're done. Very excited about this. I love my lights. I've had them for 2 years now. I would like to see new patterns. I get to see new patterns now. Very excited. So I'm going to do an updated video about my Nova Stella strip lights that I'm pretty giddy about just in general. They're like another child to us. Love those lights. But the question I get most about those is 90-degree angles. How do you hang the angles? So I'll do an updated video in that video about that and the updated controller and show you guys what they look like. If you guys don't have color washing at your house, freaking get it. And then we'll have the permanent outdoor strip lights that Nova Stella just came out with. In fact, this guy right here got the very first ones. I got not the prototype, but I got the first ones off the line, and I created that video for Nova Stella. That'll be out soon, and then I'll have that on our page as well, my show as well, channel. I say show. My kids always correct me and say, yeah, it's a channel. It's not a show. It's a show. So I'll have that out as well. Very excited about that. And then light reader, permanent. Ooh, Luminary. Yes. Yeah, they're over here. That video will be my next video to come out. Will be the Luminary RGB AI lights for your outdoor. It's the end of summer season, so things are starting to be on sale. Like, hey, it's kind of like in fall, leaf bags become a thing, right? So it's end of summer. So what do you need for your patio lights? So I'm gonna have a review about the Luminary RGB AI lights. Kids. Yes. So I did in Christmas and July extravaganza, I did a video with Gene about, hey, what is it like to be the spouse of someone who's an extreme holiday decorator? And I had a candid conversation with it. Many of you folks saw that. Many of you folks commented on that. Very cool. Someone had the idea. It's probably Rob. I mean, to be honest, most of the ideas come from Rob. It was either Rob or my mother-in-law. I kind of just default to Rob when it comes to video ideas because he has so many good ones. But actually, no, it was either Rob or it was my mother-in-law. I want to say it was my mother-in-law. Actually, you know what? It was my mom. Shout out, Patty. Shout out, Patty. So it was my mom. So I'm going to have my kids on and say, hey, what do you guys like? What do you guys don't like? What's your favorite thing? We'll have a conversation. Haven't recorded that yet. I'm curious how it's going to go. I don't think either of them are going to be really talkative and give a whole lot of insight, but if nothing else, be a great timepiece. And maybe those of you who have teenagers, maybe you can offer some insight on that in the comments and say, hey, here's what my kids thought. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see here. Catch up on comments here real quick. Yeah, so get back to what Rob was saying. This is just delightful, I must say. So yes, if you have a lot of Rama question, if you have, I use Prism software. If you have a question about that, you absolutely join Facebook. I don't do a ton on Facebook. Like we're doing a live right now on Facebook. This is dual broadcasting. It's about the most I do on Facebook. Now, I do a lot more when the holiday season comes around. That's really the only reason I have that. But yeah, join Facebook groups. Steve saying you can daisy chain over 25 consecutive controllers. I had 10 at one time with no issues. And much like Steve, who has switched over to Pixels, this is about the time of the year I kick myself for not having already switched to Pixels. Rebecca, also for your website, did you reserve? I did. We did through GoDaddy. GoDaddy.com does our Christmas on Crestline and our multicasting.com. And I just actually renewed Christmas on Crestline for another 2 years. Hand pink waving. I'm guessing, yes, I'll do your live emojis for you. Yeah, appreciate that. Thumbs up if you like us. Thumbs down if you don't like me. I never wanted to cave into peer pressure or get insulted really that easily. So yeah, if you don't like me, thumbs down. I don't take it to heart. It's okay. Not everybody's got to like me, but you know what? My dog likes me. And that's enough for me. A couple of weeks ago, someone made another Facebook account as me and started adding friends. Ooh, I have heard of that. Somebody in my family had that happen. Wow. Yeah, that's just good for you for being popular enough to be hacked. That's awesome. But it sucks that it happened. So that's so weird. Charlie, how about ask the neighbors? Ask the neighbors about. Oh, yes. As for a video idea, trying to figure out who I would ask. Most of my neighbors are 80 years old. I'll have to put some thought into that. I don't know if I can have any of them on, but yes, I shall ask. I don't have a Facebook. Never have. I knew I liked you, Chad. I knew I liked you. That's a smart move. Lori says, my living room is full of lights as we speak. Robert's been fixing lights and getting ready for decorating. That's awesome. And you are AC lights. Is that correct, Lori? Yep. Appreciate you, Steve. Appreciate you. Where are we at in time? Oh, my. No, got a few more minutes here, and then we'll get into the live. Let's see here. Shark comments, hacked, new members, floodlight. Yep. So for those that don't know, just kind of give you some topics. I usually start hanging lights the mid of September. My main tree is dead. I had the folks that are outside killing some weeds right now for my lawn. Came by and said there's no saving the tree. And if you guys watched my video for Christmas in July extravaganza about the FM transmitter, at the end of the drive around the block, you can see my very dead, very once beautiful red blazing maple tree. So here we're gonna have that's the majority of that's the main star of my show, no pun intended, because Christmas star. I'm gonna have to legit decide. This is gonna kind of be a pivotal time after this year. If I make the switch to Pixels, if I reprogram 80 songs to take the tree out, or if I switch to projection mapping. Either way, there's going to have to be some talks. There's going to have to be a decision, because losing that tree just kills the show I have programmed. We have 81, 82 songs, something like that. Just kills it. So if I switch to Pixels, which is, let's be honest, Pixels is a legitimate light show. You can do light shows, but I've always said, and no one's been able to prove me wrong, it is hard to do like Metallica with AC lights. It's possible, depending on what software you have, but it's hard. It's hard. I had 72 conversations with my kid neighbors about decorating. I'm 72. Oh, okay. 72 and had conversations with my kid neighbors about decorating. Very cool. Very cool. No, I say that because I talk to Pat. I talk to Pat all the time. Wonder if Pat would be interested in coming on. I bet he would. That guy stories. I'm gonna ask Pat. That's a good idea. How'd you make out with those crates? Oh yeah. So I have totes, and they're out in my wood shop. And I found some mice, field mice, running out of them when I picked up the thing. I'm like, well, out from underneath them. It's got, trying to think of a good number. It's got probably 50 strings in there. I haven't checked it out yet. And I normally don't until I start hanging lights. That way, I have a day, usually once a week for like the first 3 weeks. I have a day of repairing to do. Appreciate you, Scott. Laura says, just take the limbs off and leave it as a stumpy or a mega tree for its parts of the show. The whole problem is at some point, if it's dead, it's going to fall at some point. The good part, the only blessing of this is that it's just this side of the sidewalk area. Yeah, that's right. That makes it a city tree and the city's responsibility to cut down. Yes. So appreciate the forward thinking of the previous owner who did that little planting bit. Scroll back up here a little bit. Missed Alan. Alan says, have you seen the displays that use lighted drones? I have. And who's got one this weekend? There's a drone show this weekend here in town. I'm in Wichita. There's a drone show here in town. I've actually never seen one in person. I know that, and I always forget his name. The Florida guy, George. What's his first name? You guys know who I'm talking about. Something Bet George. Anyway, the guy down in Florida. Anyway, he has a humongously awesome drone show. But I am so jealous of those drones. I can't do it. I have the tree canopy in my yard, or my neighborhood is too tall. When these houses were originally built, everybody got a free sycamore for buying a house. That's why there's tons of sycamore trees in my neighborhood. And they're all 80 feet tall. Start September, Charlie putting up lights. Oh, I started early then. You did start early. You beat me to it. We're old school, and we're old school, and we are YOUD. I don't know what that means. We're old school, and we are old school. I don't know. Proud? I don't know. I totally forgot about today. I was working on lights. Look at you, Robert. Look at you. That's okay. You're doing God's work. Whoops, finger slip left. Oh, that's okay. I was thinking, how much adult beverage have I had already? I've only drank half of it. Chad saying all that stuff seems like it would be cool, but I wouldn't even know the first thing about starting pixels or projection mapping. So here's the cool thing. David from Learn Christmas Lighting was on, and he has a Learn Christmas Lighting Academy, and it is of legit use. He breaks it down into 3 to 5 minute sections. Like, okay, you know nothing about pixel lights. Here's what pixel lights are. Okay, now you know what they are. How to use them. Here's how you use them. And he just breaks them into 3 to 5 minute segments. And you can go from learning nothing to, if you watching the entire section, to being an expert on it in no time at all. So when I've been a member of his academy for, well, I was the first member of his academy. So I think it was 3 years ago. And I do it just to support his channel. That's the only reason why I'm a member of it. I'm kind of like you folks who join Patreon or join the YouTube memberships. You're doing it to help support me, help keep the lights on, as it were, and help to support the show coming, which I appreciate you. I'm going to stop talking here a minute. We're going to start giving stuff away. But that's kind of why I'm a member of his academy, is just to support a show. But if I make the switch, I'm diving into that academy. I pay for its use anyway. Might as well get some use out of it. I've watched probably 7 of the videos up until the time it's hey, let's start programming a song. And I'm like, oh, I'm not into programming songs, so I don't need to watch this. But yeah, that's of use. And then Learn Projection Academy, Mr. Telwin, we had him on the show last Christmas and July extravaganza. So in 2022, we had him on, and his is Learn Projection Mapping Academy. And so I don't know if he borrowed the name from David or not, but either way, it's a name that works. I have everything to projection map. I've done one video, done one mapping, only done one. LED, gotcha. We are LED. Okay, your LED. That's what I am. I made the switch to LED 5 years ago or so. So let's get some stuff away. How about it? So I'm gonna check Patreon real quick. And if any of you are wanting to join Patreon and haven't yet for today's giveaway, quickly comment, hey, hold on, let me join, but I'm just going to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Make sure everybody's the name on the wheel is up to date in case we have anybody who's joining right now. I just see Sean and Chris as today's new members. So let's go ahead and just give stuff away. I'll give it about another 30 seconds in case somebody wants to put it in the comment. Wait, hold on, let me join. You have no pool, just buy a new house. Have you been reading my emails, Pepsi? Are you the one who hacked me? So that is actually a conversation Gina and I have been having. I've told this story on here several times. We have a theory. The theory is grandkids love pools. So our oldest is 25. Our youngest is 15. So grandkids are probably at least with a legitimate thing in the next 10 years. At some point in time, we'll become grandparents. We have a theory that we'll be the most popular grandparents if we have a pool. So we've been looking. In fact, I have a meeting with a lady on Monday to do just that. Look to see where the pools are at. Get a pet snake and stick it in your shop. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Where'd it go? Kurt, how did I know? How did I miss you earlier? Kurt's here. Hey, Kurt, what's going on? Kurt if you guys have not checked out his YouTube channel, check out his YouTube channel year round. He just did one for 4th of July this summer. Check us out his YouTube channel. All right. So, okay, let's do a giveaway real quick. Let me share my screen and let's see who's going to win some stuff. Share screen. Yep, share screen. Okay, so first we're going to give away this. If I can reach this. Boom. We're going to give this bad boy right here away. The Nova Stella Smart 2-pack of floodlights. Make sure that I am. Yep. I am sharing. Yes. Okay. So let's see who's going to win. Who's going to win is going to be the winner of the Nova Stella 2-pack is Mr. Patreon, Mr. and Miss Patreon. Look at that. We talked about Kurt and Kurt win. Kurt just won the Nova Stella. Look at you, Kurt. Look at that. Now, I'm not saying that you won because of me. I mean, yeah, I pushed the button, but I just talked about Kurt. I'm like, hey, Kurt, didn't even see you in here. And Kurt turns around and wins. How awesome is that? Okay, so let's give away the strip light as seen earlier in this live, demonstrated by, we'll just show you guys again if I can, in case you missed it earlier. Where's it at? Here's Monty's picture. Yeah. So that is what we're giving away right now. Those strip lights behind him. Let's give those away real quick. Boom. And the first one, we're going to give away 2 of them. The first one to win is Patreon member, the Scott Drees. Oh, man. Scott wins everything all the time. Scott, look at you. Scott just won a U-Stellar permanent strip light. Look at you. Okay, but you know what? We're not done yet. We're going to give it away. Now, Patreon members, if you've already won something, like Kurt and Scott have, that's it. Can't win anything else today. Because I don't want one person to win everything. That'd be, I want to spread the love. If that makes sense to you. So let's see. So just saying that in case Scott or Kurt, in case your name comes up again. Let's see who's going to win the next pack of U-Stellar permanent lights. It is going to be none other than, is that going to be Bill or going to be Josh? Is it going to be Bob? Bob just won. Bob. That's awesome. Congratulations, Bob. And Bob doesn't ever come in these things. I think he just supports the channel, and that's about it. I think he's one of those. I assume Bob's a guy. I don't know. I assume Bob just supports the show. There are folks who do that. Join Patreon. You never hear him again. All right. And this is going to be for the Hot Moon Mini. The Hot Moon goes to the Smart Sound Machine. Goes to. Is it going to be Laura or John? Or is it going to be Melanie? John. John's the big winner. John, look at you. Boom, John. Congratulations to the winners. That is awesome. Congratulations, guys, gals, guys. They're all guys today. All guys today. And before we stop today, I want to double check my math and make sure we don't have more to give away because we might. I'm pretty sure my math is correct, but make sure I double check. I'm changing my name to Scott. Yeah, no kid. Scott wins everything. It's awesome. Why he's not, why he doesn't, maybe he does. Scott, buy lottery tickets. You live in Kansas. You can be anonymous when you win. Paula's here. Hey, Paula. Good to have you in here in our chat. Claptrap's here. What's up, Claptraps? And hello. We're just talking about, look at the picture of a rat. We were just talking about mice. Congrats. Back from a holiday in Greece. Look at you, Claptrap. Look at you. Very cool. I am conflicted over lights, pixels versus LED strips versus Twinkly Pro versus AC for the Ferris wheel. What best time for daytime? Now there are some questions for y'all to help out with. Twinkly Pro is actually probably what I would go with there because you can change it from your phone. We interviewed the Twinkly folks 3 years ago or 4. We had them on the show. You may go back and look at that, but yeah, you can. I would go with Twinkly Pro because you can change them on the fly, attached to your Ferris wheel. That's what I would do with that. Yep. Kurt, what's your YouTube channel? I believe it's Clear Christmas Cable. Oh, palm trees have become my special. Yeah, his palm trees are legit. You guys need to check out his videos to see his palm trees. They're freaking cool. First win this year. Look at you, Kurt. Look at you. Heck yeah. If you get a new house, make sure you can put up a good display on the land. If you get a new house, make sure you can put a good display up on the. Oh, yes, because I want acreage. Yeah. So if I get a new house, here's my thought process about switching. Just kind of throw this out there. When you come, the total amount I have monetarily literally spent into the light show is not cheap. And when we sell the house, I would offer that to the new owner. Or if we stay at this house and switch to Pixel Lights, I would sell the show. So I'd probably come on a live or probably come on a live and say, hey, I'm selling everything, including the software, including all my programming. Here's what I want for it. Does anybody want it? And kind of go from there. So I don't know. For those of you in here, this is a great question. I can learn from you guys. This is awesome. If you have moved, you've had a show. I know. Steve. I know Steve did, but Steve, I think you had an AC light show, and when you moved, you switched to Pixels. I think so. If you had a Pixel show one place and moved or whatever, did you give that light in the show to the new owner? Did you sell it? Did you just keep it and put it on the new house and redo your programming? What'd you do? I am curious. See here. I love Twinkly Christmas. Sometimes a pain to get connected the first year, but after, yeah, I've heard that from everybody. My sister Megan, what's up, Megan? Shout out, Megan. She got one at some store like the day after Christmas. Just happened to pass by a twinkly tree, which are normally $300 to $500. $30. What? Snag. And they had like 3 of them. Snag. She snagged them all. I'm like, hey, I would like the twinkly Christmas tree for $30, please. She goes, nope, already gave them away. Like, okay. Crazy. Yeah. Clear Christmas Cable is Kurt's YouTube channel. Check him out, folks. I do, in fact, buy a lot of tickets when the Powerball may get it pretty high. No luck here yet. Not yet, Scott. Or maybe the theory should be that you're spending all your luck here, but you did not win the last 2 weeks of the extravaganza. So maybe that was your window. I am no expert on lights, but we think alike. I always ask, even if I don't know. Yeah. Now, where's my CC? Let's see. Alan says, as soon as I win the Powerball, society will clap. That's fair. That's fair. That's funny. Let's see. I want to double check my math. Kurt, Scott, Bob, and John. And do I have another floodlight, strip light, or mini? Let me check. because I am at least smart enough to keep a spreadsheet, but I was not smart enough to check the spreadsheet prior to opening it. I was just going off of last week's notes. Boom. And you know what? I think that's it for today for those guys. I should have more available next week. But yeah, I appreciate that. So is anybody let's see here. Yeah, but seriously though, has anybody moved after you had a show up? I'm curious how that would work. What time we got here? 2:45. So we'll go on a few more minutes. So what would be a good question? See, what is there a product out there that you guys would like to see reviewed that I have not reviewed? Now, I've not reviewed Twinkly, but I've had them on the show, so that's kind of the same thing. They demonstrated it live for us. We went to their demo area. I don't know. You guys even like these giveaways? That's another maybe good question. And are you guys okay with doing the $2 super chats, which will start next week, so I don't have to pay for shipping and handling? And that kind of became a thing. It's been a thing every year I've done the extravaganza, and this is the first year I haven't had to pay. I haven't had to pay for any shipping this year. The last year was like $1,000. It just crushed me last year. I'm like, I didn't budget for this. Did not budget for that. How much do you think you would have to sell your collection for? And if you change over, how many pixels would you have to go with? Well, so when I had Tailwind on here from Learn Projection Mapping, I always have to stop and think about that because my knee jerk is to say Learn Christmas Lighting. So I had Tailwind on here from Learn Projection Mapping. He asked me that question, and he had a good point. He said, hey, projection mapping, to get a quality projector is $2,000. And I said, I don't want to drop $2,000. He said, well, how much have you spent in your light show? And then he made me do the math, and it was like $40,000. And he said, do you have any idea what kind of light show you could have, or what kind of projection show you could have for $40K? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't actually think of that number because it adds up over the years. Then my God, to sell it for, I don't know. I have $2,000 worth of boxes. I have 80 songs. I don't know, a few thousand at least. That's, I don't know. I'll have to sit down and put a pen to paper and figure it out. I don't know. My knee jerk thing would be $5,000. I don't know. But if I switch to pixels, and I'm like a broken record. I say this all the time. I would absolutely, positively, without a doubt, go to Extreme Sequences with Ron Howard's YouTube channel and his website, and I would spend the $500 that he charges. Well, he calls them Ron bucks, and they get $500, translates into 18 Ron bucks, and I would buy me 18 already professionally programmed songs and curtail them to my house. I would do zero programming myself. I would buy all his programming, and I would use that on my house. 100%, not even thinking about it. As far as how many pixels, first year, I would probably only do 5,000. I think I would probably max out at 10,000. And that may even be too many. I am ignorant enough on pixels that I don't have a good answer for that. And I've seen a ton of pixel shows. I pay a lot of attention to David from Learn Christmas Mapping, Learn Christmas Lighting. And when Kenneth Spader Christmas was doing his YouTube channel, and he's been kind of dark now for a long time, I watched everything he had because he's just funny. I like his sense of humor. But I don't know to give you an answer. We moved a couple years ago and left any of our lights with the new homeowners. I am a static displayer and make my own window and door frames, so they wouldn't have done me any good. Yeah, I get that. That's kind of like my programming. My programming would not work at a new house, and my programming will not work without my big tree. So that's a concern. Fair enough. My coworkers would say that we don't talk about Bruno because one of the guys we work with is Bruno. Goes, yeah, don't talk about him. Like, what? What do you do? And they're like, no, it's a movie. I'm like, what? Movie I haven't seen, so I didn't get it. Inflatables were my mom's favorite, but we had to leave them up 24/7. Otherwise, it looked like petals of colors. That is a great name for our channel. Any of you guys out there who have that, Chris, that's brilliant. Puddles of Colors would be a great name for a Christmas light YouTube channel. That's brilliant, Chris. That's I love that. If you ever do end up selling the show, I'd be interested in buying your lights and boxes. Braden, you'd be one person I would ask. I had somebody, Tom's here. Hey, Giatano. Good to see you. Good to see you. So Giatano, we had our Patreon giveaway, and the winners were Kirk, his first win of the summer. Scott, because it's not a giveaway if Scott doesn't win something. And then Bob and John won. We're our big winners today. So good to have you here. Yes, so Braden, you are one person I would ask, say, hey, is this something you're interested in? I had a two fellas stop by 2 years ago and say, hey, we want to buy your show. As I'm hanging lights, they want to buy my show. I'm like, well, I'm kind of using it right now. Well, if you want to sell. Yeah. The great thing with pixels is you don't need much to have a great show versus LED and incandescent lights. Yep. And that right there is the key. My wood shop is, you know what I ought to do is I ought to do a video on my wood shop just to show you wood shop. Write that down just because, I mean, I call it the wood shop. It's not a wood shop. I call it a wood shop because the previous owner built it and used it as a wood shop. Fun fact about my wood shop, and I think this is a legitimate fun fact. Do you guys remember, and I know we have some, I know Kurt's military, I know we have some military folks in here, so maybe this will ring a bell and you're like, nope, Charlie, you're wrong. It was this year. So many years ago, we had a military plane. I want to say it was a tanker. Maybe you guys might remember flying over, I believe, China. I forget what unfriendly country we were flying over. Had an emergency. We had a crash land. Everybody lived. Everybody was fine. But it wasn't North Korea. I want to say it was China. We're talking 20 years ago. And the pilot was just a beast of a man. And he even said in the interview, if I work out, a lot of people can tell I work out. If I wouldn't have been this strong, I could not have landed that plane because he had to fight it so hard. Anyway, they took the plane, our military plane, apart. They would not let us fly it out of there. We couldn't get it. That country, again, I think China, I don't remember, that country boxed up our plane and mailed us the plane back in boxes. My wood shop is one of those boxes. The previous owner worked for aircraft somebody and was responsible for taking that plane and putting it back together again. And all the wood that made those huge boxes, he's like, what are we doing with this wood? I'm like, I don't know, throwing it away. He goes, can I have it? They said, yeah. So he was obviously very handy, and he built a shop, which he built, was set up as a wood shop. So that's why we call our wood shop wood shop. But anyway, I digress. The point is, to see the size of the building I need to store everything might be of some value to a viewer. I don't know. Pepsi at 40K, I guess over 2 shows, 10,000. Do a lot of prototyping. Yep. Yeah. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. And that's over a decade, and I haven't bought anything. I say I haven't bought anything new. Last year I bought the projector, but that's not in the show. I haven't bought anything. This year I want to buy a $2,000 snow machine, which Gene says don't do it. That's stupid. I just think it'd be neat. I probably won't, but I might. I don't know. It'll be a game time decision. Like building a shop from the inside out. Just something that say, hey, I want a light show, but what kind of storage do I need for a light show? This might give somebody a visual clue. Here's what I need for my light show. And I don't even have the millions lights like some people do. I got a buddy who does. And he has to rent a storage unit year round. I would be worried about somebody breaking in there and stealing them. Got a holiday projector at Goodwill. Very, very fine. Ooh, very nice. So the holiday projectors that come, who was that? Alan? Or Sean, I guess it is. But yeah, the FX Home what is it called? FX Home. Do I have one here within reach? I do not. I used that projector for years, but even that projector, then that comes with the the Santa Claus, the holographic Santa Claus, and everything else. That's still $200, which that's $200. That's still expensive to me. 10 by 12 shed, completely filled with decorations and a light for my show. Oh yeah, I guess I could tell you my dimensions. It's 2 stories. It is, well, I'll say it's 2 stories. It's probably 18 feet tall, so not quite 2 stories. It is probably, I should know the dimensions. I'm gonna guess and say 20 by 15 by 18, I'd say. And most of mine are in totes. Sponsor for a machine? Yes, that's a great question, Pepsi. I need a machine to, I need a projection company to sponsor me. So that'd be awesome. But yeah, that is a rare find. That is a rare find. Um, I was trying to say thank you, but I am going to work on pedals. There you go. There you, yeah. You should absolutely do that, Chris. That is a great name. You can use that for so many things. It's kind of like that, which reminds me of the Step Brothers, where they just built the bunk beds, and Will Ferrell's like, "This gives us so much room for so many activities." I did a little bit of Macho Man Randy Savage in there. Come on, step us through a Slim Jim. So yeah, Pedals and Killers. That's just a great name. That's a great name. So guys, I appreciate it. We look at 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's coming up on 3 o'clock. Coming up on an hour. Thank you guys for being a part of this week's lives. Happy Friday. I'm going to be back this coming Monday, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, Chris. Central Standard Time. And when that was you, Chris, wasn't it? That had the question about Central. Let me go back up. Chris, yes. Pacific time? I guess that would be 2 p.m. Would that be noon to you guys? No, you guys are, yeah, Pacific. You are. It is 2 o'clock to you guys, isn't it? So, yes, noon Pacific. You guys are getting ready to get a hurricane. How the hell does, pardon my French, how in the world does California get a hurricane? That never happens. West Coast U.S. is getting ready to get a hurricane. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, be back next week for, it'll be a $2 super chat. We'll get you entered kind of like we did last Monday. And I may just knock that down to $1. I don't know. $1, $2, $3. It'll kind of depend on what we have to give away. I'm just looking for enough to break even. Appreciate the new Patreon, Sean and Chris. Thank you for coming on, being a new Patreon supporter. And then not Sean and Chris, Sean and Monty. Sean and Monty, talking about Monty. How I thought Monty was always a Patreon member. Yeah, Sean and Monty, thank you so much for being our new Patreon members today. And you guys will be in the giveaway. At the last giveaway of every month will now be Patreon only. So yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting the show, checking us out. And do I have a what's Giatan now? It should only be a tropical storm. Yeah, very unusual. Very unusual. I agree. Let you know next week. Yeah, that's true. So for Monty and for Sean, I got something for you here. I went ahead and redid the card today. So you guys are getting ready to see your names for the first time in on the set of this right here, which needs to be redone. My cowboy hat, need to fix that a little bit. So yeah, thank you guys. Your names are getting ready to be on here for the actually, Sean, you joined during the live. So this is just for Monty, actually. I apologize, Sean. Monty joined about an hour ahead of time this year, or this episode. So Monty will see his name here. And Sean, I'll get you on here in a little bit, and you'll be here for next Monday's live. But yeah, come back live. We'll do a giveaway live. We'll do some more chatting. I'm sure I'll have some weekend stories that have to do with adult slushy beverages. That's just delicious. That's about it for me today, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining and being here. That's about it, guys. I'm Charlie, and I'll see you in the next episode. And congratulations to the winners.